man. I'm not 100% fans of Rogan, but I mean, it makes me happy to see that he's doing better than fucking CNN, who lies way more than he does.
Well, yeah, and he's called them out as such too, and rightly so.
For sure.
I think guys like Rogan, who Rogan's not trying to sell you anything, right? I mean, he talks about like all the crazy shit that he takes, like the supplements and stuff, whatever, but he ain't selling the shit, right?
Right.
So when people, this is what I'm seeing, like a lot of people like you and I and like all of our all the media that we watch, they're not trying to sell you anything, right? As far as like products are concerned. You know, they'll say, hey, look, if you float us some money, you know, if you could donate to us, we'd appreciate it. You know, because this kind of gig, if you're not working like a regular job, you know, it can be expensive, you know. So, you know, you need like some mutual aid, which is fine, you know, but you got like I used to watch Sam Seder's show, Majority Report, a long time ago. And he would always just be selling like 2 or 3 of these garbage products. And I'm like, what the fuck is it? He was selling like cereal. And that's what I always do. Every time he says some dumb shit on Twitter, I always bring up like, dude, you sell like cardboard cereal. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? You're like the biggest, you're like a cereal grifter. And, you know, not like SERIAL, like, you know, Captain Crunch.
Buy this t-shirt with Sam Seder's face on it. From a distance, we can't tell if it's Sam Seder or Rachel Maddow.
Get a great emoji of this shithead or this shithead. You know,
a coffee mug with Emma Viglin's face on it.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want that?
Now, my buddies up at Hardlands Media, they're selling mugs, right? And that's great. And they make these, they do silly commercials on air for like, this tape makes drinks 20% tastier. But they're selling mugs, right? And, you know, people say, well, I got a merch store if you want to go check it out. But they're not like, please give us money, give us money, give us money, give us money, you know? And so, like, you got somebody who's doing that all the time. Well, you're not going to fucking listen to them about the news. You don't have that trust level. It's like, yeah, there's just like your spidey senses are tingling, you know? But when you're like listening to somebody that ain't trying to sell you shit, you're more apt to soak in the knowledge, right? And to be more receptive to what they're saying, because there is a little bit more of a trust factor. You don't think of them as like a slimy snake oil salesman.
And the unfortunate fact is for Sam is that he's already lost that trust factor. And his show is dead. So he can merchandise as well as he wants. He can do that all the time. And it's never going to be a big deal because I don't know if you know this about Sam Seder and the Majority Report. They got like 1.2 million subs, but they average like 20,000 views or less per video. So they're like one of the only channels that is like, I mean, they're worse than TYT. They're like bottom of the barrel where about 1 out of every 100 people that subs to them actually watches their show. So it's not interesting. They're merchandising the living shit out of it. There's no, you know, good commentators that are at all entertaining or honest. Like, why would you tune in, man? It's just, it's basically like an infomercial where they'll also sell you some CIA talking points along the way. Like, that's what they fucking have over at the Majority Report.
You're exactly right, because the numbers are down because people are seeing through their bullshit, right? So what are they doing? They're trying to sell as much shit as they can, and they're attacking people like Jimmy Dore, because when you do that, you get clicks, baby. Everybody wants to see those videos.
I'll debate you. Yes, right. What the fuck?
What's the fuck? I always say like they got the laser eye thing. Like, I will destroy you with my mind. And it's like, no man, dude.
If Sam Seder wants to debate somebody, re-debate Bree Joy on Force the Vote, and you can get your ass whooped again. How about that?
Yeah, I was about to say he lost his ass pretty well. He may not want to he may not want to go concave.
Yeah, for sure. And Bree Joy has 1/25th the amount of subs and outdoes him in views. So go fuck yourself, Sam. How about that?
Hey, Jimmy Dore's doing you know, he's doing 10, 11,000 people in a live stream, you know, and
that's more than, that's like the average total views of a Majority Report video.
Exactly, because it's just like a
Numbers
bunch
don't
of
lie.
egghead shit libs that have no idea how poor people live. You know, he's a voice on Bob's Burgers, for God's sakes, and he's pretty much married to MSNBC. I think somebody said he wasn't on Peacock. Yeah, somebody said he wasn't on Peacock anymore, but I think he is. Him and his little merry band of shitties, I think they're all on there too, in some form or fashion. But yeah, so that's the game plan. It's like try to get these clicks. And while you're getting these clicks, or maybe you're getting like these suckers to watch, you know, like you sell them that stupid cereal or whatever the fuck you're peddling. It's just all just, I mean, they say grift has been overused. I think it has, but that is a serious grift right there. Yeah. Is to make somebody believe that this other person who is wildly popular with like various segments of the political spectrum. I made a video about this today too, how like all these people are coming after like truth tellers like him, and like I said, everybody either likes him or dislikes him, or somewhere in the middle, and that's fine. You know, he gets some things wrong, but a lot of times he tries to correct it if he is found out to be wrong, which that's why I like watching him a lot. But I understand people who may not be their taste. You know, maybe they want it because he is pretty coarse. You know, and my sensitivities went out the window like years ago because I'm Gen X. We're pretty much dead inside. You know, we're the latchkey kids, the OGs. So we're like, nothing affects us. You know, it's the next generations.
If you had insultable sensibilities, Robert Durden would not be invited on your show, and I know that. And if I may make a joke, I haven't made this joke about Sam before. I had it written down, and I figured I'd just drop it on you now. Sam does do quite a bit of like pro-establishment propaganda and CIA propping up and stuff like that. So the CIA and stuff like that in this country, they do tend to push like the surveillance state, and that worries me very much. So that is good for Sam, though, because the more that we get surveilled in the future, he can change his show's name from Majority Report to Minority Report. And it'll work just fine on two levels because no one's watching it. And also it happens to be like Philip K. Dick's Minority Report. So there's a new niche for Sam coming up in 5 years right there, if I may make a quick play on words.